What's good, y'all? We got another Ultimate Legends roster. I'm trying to get to the point where I can do these earlier, man. I'm running kind of behind. I haven't quite caught up yet, so that's why we're getting all these late night uploads. But they're coming nonetheless. Bob McAdoo, what you know about Bob McAdoo? Well, I'm going to tell you, one of the first, if not the first ever really great outside shoot big man. He was really before his time because so much of his career came before the three-point shot. And if you really think about like the type of player he was, and had he played with the three-point shot, I mean, it would have been amazing. The year that we're using here is the 74-75 season. McAdoo averaged 34.5 points a game. 34.5. He won the scoring title 3 years in a row. He was a beast rebounder, 14.1 rebounds a game. Actually averaged 2 blocks a game, 1.1 steals. Now, in terms of like perimeter defense and on-ball defense, he's not really known as a great defender from that standpoint, but he was a better than average shot blocker in his prime. So let's take a look at the signature, the jump shot. It like he put the ball kind of back there far when he let it go. When you look at his when you look at any videos of him shooting the jump shot. So I gave him the little Josh Smith thing with the Monta Ellis because he was getting some height on the jump shot too. Now, he wasn't a spectacular athlete, so I didn't hit him off too crazy with, with some real acrobatic dunks. Played center and, and power forward. He's only 6'9", so he's actually kind of thin too. So he definitely probably wouldn't be playing center in the NBA now, but he'd be one heck of a stretch four in a major way. So that is Bob McAdoo there. But we gotta look, like we said, we liked, you guys said you liked the looking at the the attributes this way as opposed to the other way. So take a look at this. He got an 81 overall. Okay, now I know people are like, what, 34.5 points a game, but I keep telling y'all, remember, don't think about the overall because you gotta look at it. So look at the shooting. Standing shot three is a 78, way above average for a center because he's a center. So by me making him a center, which is his natural position, some of the other stuff that he did, they downgrade. So because some categories are weighted heavier depending on the position that you play. So gave him a moving shot 374, right? I couldn't give him that high of a 3-point shooting number because he technically this year didn't take place when the 3-point shot was in effect. So I couldn't really go crazy with that. So, but he is a very good shooter. Playing with him, you can definitely see, and I'm going to show you a little bit of videos. You can see what I'm talking about. But his offensive consistency is there. The rebounding is there. The box out, all of the rebound numbers are good. The low post defense is not that good, which explains why his rating is so low. Because I'm looking at 6'9", 215. It was a decent shot blocker then, but I don't think his, being a thin guy, I don't think that low post defense is going to be all that great. But he got the good block shot number, even got a good steal number for a big man. So he's a good player, very, very awesome player. I mean, you can actually dominate with him if you. So let's take a look at them badges. The post step back pro, bank is open, corner specialist, dead eye, fade ace, limitless range, microwave, shot creator, the unfazed volume shooter, step back freeze, tenacious rebounder, cool and collected, prime time. He's got 10 gold, 2 silver badges, and then he got the personality jump off. So Bob McAdoo is in effect. The injury thing, this stuff, I really kind of don't. I just try to make sure that they're not like, bad off. But maybe I should change the head and foot or ankle, whatever that is for him, because most of the seasons that I pick, the guy has played like all 82 games or somewhere close. So it's not an issue. It's not an issue. So let's take a look at the next guy, which is going to be Bob. Not Bob. I don't know. I saw Bob Cousy and I was about to say Bob, but it's not Bob. It's Dave Cowens. Dave Cowens. His nickname is Big Red. Now I gave him the red hair, right? I gave him the red hair because his name is Big Red. But if you look at the pictures of him, I mean, this is a black and white image I'm showing you. But if you look at the color images, his hair is not this red. So that's one thing you got to keep in mind. But I did the best I could with him. I'm not too upset with the way he came out. I think he came out pretty decent. You know, not too upset. 6'9", 232. Gave him those Nikes. I mean, those Adidas are the wrong color, but you know, that's just the way. It's the way it was. Look at the signature here. He is lefty, so I always try to make sure the guys that are left-handed, you know, are left-handed when I create them. Something weird happened. Well, not weird, but I think it was the first time I had actually seen it in a game. Happened when he was in his, you know, when I was doing a little gameplay with him. You're gonna see it at the end. But it was kind of crazy. I had never seen this before. I'll let you guys see it when it comes on. But yeah, not a lot of crazy dunk. Even though he was a pretty good athlete, you know, just a very energy guy kind of a thing. So let's look at what we got with Mr. Cowens. He got the 84 overall. Big time rebound numbers for him. So and as a center, he's more physical, bigger, which is I think is what gave him the edge over McAdoo. Both of them are decent offensive players, but obviously McAdoo has the range on the three and all of that. But when you look at the defense, defensively, Dave Cowens has a humongous edge. And the way these ratings go, two-way players get higher ratings. That's what you got to remember. Two-way players get much higher ratings. Got a 99 in hustle. Anybody that's ever watched any Dave Cowens highlights and stuff, you see one of the main things he's known for is his hustle, diving on the floor, all that sort of thing, right? So take a look at these badges, man. 16 of them. 3 gold, 3 silver, 2 bronze. Hustle points, screen outlet, break starter, scrapper, tenacious rebounder, charge card, post lockdown defender, a bruiser, defensive anchor, enforcer, expressive, fierce competitor, heart and soul, legendary work ethic, prime time, spark plug. What? Dave Cowens in the house. So let's take a spin. So since we went with Glen Rice, right? I figured I would go with, you know, put him back on the retro Hornets so he'd have the actual right jersey for the video. It's just for the video. I'm gonna tell you right now, I do not like this. This might be, and I spent, one of the reasons why this video is so late is because of how much time I spent trying to get this right. I spent an inordinate amount of time trying to get this Glen Rice right, and it still didn't come out right. He looked like Terry Rice or somebody. This is not Glen. I'm very sorry, Glen. This don't even look like his son. It just ain't right. So I'm frustrated by this. I am. I'm very frustrated by this. But I will tell you, on the court, looks better. Not quite as good. I said that, you know, the Kevin Garnett looked better on the court, and it did. This one to me still don't even look as good as the Kevin Garnett, but it's not horrible, but it ain't good. I got the accessories dead on though. I got them dead on. I mean, all of that is right on the money, so that helps. That definitely helps. And I think the jump shot form is not too bad, but I'm gonna change. You're gonna see me change something live right now, because what I don't like is, you know, he's known for his picture perfect form, right? So I want him to have a better, you know, he's one of the forms I pick. He's like twisting a little bit, and that ain't. I mean, he was like, I mean, it was picture perfect. See, it was kind of like that, but he got a little bit more height on the jump shot, and there's no twisting involved at all. So we need to. I know I got the release right, but we need to get. I think that one's better actually. Yeah, I think we're gonna go with that. So the video you're gonna see, he's not gonna have that form, but you're gonna have that form in on the actual roster. Oh, let's look at the dunks. I forgot. We can look at the dunk. He's not a big dunker. I mean, he could finish at the basket, but if you remember watching him play, you know he's not like a high flyer. It's all about that three. It's all about that three. About that three. No twos. Well, he did shoot some twos, but yeah. So I mean, if you think about it, I mean, look at the number. You saw the numbers that we put up. 27 points a game for Rice, you know, in the year that we used. Led the league in 3-point percentage, 47%. I mean, that's no joke. Here's his badges. He gets 10, 7 goals, 1 bronze. Post step back pro, corner specialist, dead eye, fade ace, limitless range, microwave, unfazed, volume shooter, cool and collected, prime time. So yeah, he's got some stuff. So let's look at the attributes here. Got an 82, which now put this in perspective. Reggie Miller also got an 82. So, you know, but you see these 3 numbers: 97 on standing shooting 3, 95 on moving shooting 3. I mean, he shot 47% from the 3. If I could have gave anybody a 99 and 3, it might have been him, you know. So, you know, but he's certainly not known as a two-way player. Defense was marginal, just a decent rebounder. His assist numbers were not high. So you got to look at those types of things there. But still, if you get this guy, he can light it up for you. So that's the thing to remember. And that is this episode of the Ultimate Legends roster. So if I'm going to give you a hint of somebody that is included, all 3 of the guys included next time got some flavor to it, right? But one of them is one of the guys who you just always say, man, what if this dude hadn't got hurt, what would he have been able to do? Recently retired. It was actually sad to see it kind of end the way it ended. But what would this dude have done if he had not retired because of injury? Man. So that's the hint. So you guys make sure you keep it tuned in. I'll drop another Legends roster video tomorrow, or by the time you watch this, it'll be more than likely later on the next day. But yeah, I'm trying to catch it up, man, because you know, these wee hours of the morning videos is kind of getting a little bit old for me. But that's it. Y'all subscribe, follow. Peace.